So hey guys, in this video we are going for the second problem in what the modified Euler's method. Okay, so using modified Euler's method we have to find out the y at x equal to what 0.2. That means we have to find y of 0.2. Simple. Given dy by dx, either they will mention it as dy by dx or they'll just simply say y dash. It means the same thing. Equal to 3x plus 1 by 2y. This is given, which is a function of, so dy by dx is nothing but a function of x and y. And y of 0 is equal to 1. This is the initial condition given. Taking h is equal to 0.2. This is the step size. This is very important. H is equal to 0.2. It decides how many stages we have to do the problem. Okay. They have said to perform what 3 iteration in what each step. So each stages we are going to do what the 3 iteration. If they don't mention, then we have to see for the steady value. That means wherever it is previous iteration and the present iteration, if we compare the values, if we are getting a steady value, it means approximately the same value, then we can stop the iteration. Okay, maybe it will be in third iteration, fourth iteration, you will be getting the same value. We will see here they have mentioned it as what directly 3 iterations. Okay, so let us proceed with the, so how many stages this problem has to be done, that depends on what the finding out value. What is the value we have to find out? Let us try to understand here. They have said to find out y of 0.2, right? They have said x equal to 0.2, find the value of y. That basically means y of 0.2 I need to find out. Simple logic. Now this value, if I have to find out, what is the step size given? Step size is 0.1. So I can take the step only 0.1. So what is the initial condition they have provided? Initial condition says y of 0 is equal to 1. So if you will compare it, y of x naught is equal to what? Y naught. This is a comparison. Okay, y of x naught is equal to y naught. Now x naught is basically the inside part which is 0. That means what is the initial stage of x? Where is the initial stage? It is 0. So x initial stage we can know it is 0. Okay. Next, I can take only the 0.1 step, right? So if I add 0.1 step, my next arrival destination will be what? 0.1 itself, right? Again, if I add 0.1, again, what will happen? It will be 0.2. Simple. So in order to arrive at x equal to 0.2, I am taking what? 2 stages. This first stage, let us write down the initial whatever conditions is given. Okay. So what is x naught value? X naught is basically inside the bracket, you can see over here, it is the x naught value which is 0. What is y naught value? Y naught is outside sitting after equal to, that is y naught. Next, function of x and y, which is basically the dy by dx is given as what? 3x plus 1 by 2y. Always remember this f of function of x and y is nothing but dy by dx. This you have to remember. Okay. So no need to write and all. Just you have to remember this thing. Next, h is also given, which is 0.1. I need to find the value of y of 0.2, but in this first stage, what I am going to do? I am going to find out 0.1 value, because you need to understand again, x value we are starting with what? 0. Next value I have to jump to 0.1. I cannot directly jump from 0 to 0.2, right? So I have to take this step as first step as 0.1. So h is 0.1 and the y of what you are going to find out? 0.1 in the first stage. Second stage 0.2, that will be the final answer. So 0.1 we are going to find out in this. Okay. In the first stage or second stage, what is the basic first step we are going to do? After writing the given things, you are going to apply the Euler's formula, not the modified one, just the Euler's formula. What does this Euler formula say? Y1 of 0 is equal to y naught plus h into function of x naught comma y naught. Okay. So here y1 of 0 I need the value, y0 value we already know it is 1 initial condition, h value we know, function of x0 comma y0, what is that? This is function of x and y. So x0 comma y0, what will happen? We'll just write it down here itself. In place of x, we'll place it as x0. In place of y, y0. So 3 into x0 plus 1 by 2 into y0. So what is x0 value? 0. So this is 0 plus half into 1, which is half. So here y1 of 0 becomes y0 value we know it is 1 plus h value 0.1 into function of x0 comma y0 1 by 2, which is 0.5. Okay, so 1 plus 0.05, it is 1.05. Modified Euler's rule. First iteration will start. It is y1 of 1. It is equal to, what is the formula? y0 plus h by 2 into function of x0 comma y0 plus function of x1 comma y1, okay, of 0. This is the first iteration. In this, what all values we know? We know x0 comma y0 function, h by 2 the y0 value, but this value we don't know, right? Function of x1 comma y1 of 0. What is y1 of 0? This we found out using the Euler's formula. That's what we have done. So in the modified Euler's formula first iteration, first we need this value. That's why we first did what? Euler's formula we apply. So I'm going to substitute the value. So y1 of 1 becomes what? y0 value is 1 plus h value 0.1 by 2 into function of x0 comma y0, it is 1 by 2 plus function of, so function of this thing we know, right? So 3x plus 1 by 2y. So in that what happens? 3 into x1 plus 1 by 2 into, instead of y it will become y1 of 0. Now you'll ask me, what is x1 value then? This is quite important. In the first stage, the x1 value is basically the previous. For example, we started with x0. x0 is 0. Next we are adding what? 0.1. We are getting 0.1. This will be x1. And so on. If you add again, it will be x2. So on it will be there. So x1 is basically the previous value of x, that is the initial condition x0, plus the step size, that is x. So x1 becomes what? 0 plus 0.1, which is equal to 0.1. Simple. So in the first stage, we are using the x1 value as 0.1. So you can note it before this Euler's formula, applying that you can note this part. Okay. So y1 of 1 becomes 1 plus 0.05 into 1 by 2 plus 3 into x1 value. What is x1 value? It is 0.1. Just now we got it. Plus half into, what is y1 of 0? It is the Euler's formula from there, 1.05. Further simplification. Next iteration, what is going to change? This particular thing. y1 of 0 will change it to y1 of 1 in the second iteration. So which part is going to change everywhere? Only 1.05 will be changed into the this value. That is only the change. That's why I'm keeping it as it is, because this direct thing you can utilize. No need to apply everything, each and every step in the second iteration. Directly you can replace 1.05 with what the next value. Okay. So we'll go for the second iteration. y1 of 2. Second iteration. What is the formula? It is the same thing. y0 plus h by 2 into function of x0 comma y0 plus function of, here what will be the change? x1 as it is, and y1 of 0 will change into y1 of 1, the previous value. Only that change will be there. Okay. So you can substitute the value. So only change what will happen in the last step you can observe. Everything will remain same. Only thing is that 1.05 will change it to 1.06625 is equal to 1 plus, I am going to write directly 0.05, okay, into 0.8 plus 1.05 will change into 1.06625 divided by 2, okay. So what is the value you are getting? 1.0667. You are getting this value. Now there is a from first iteration to second iteration there is a slight value difference. Let us see third iteration also we have to do. So y1 of 3 is equal to y0 plus h by 2 into function of x0 comma y0 plus function of what x1 comma y1 of 2 it will become, right, y1 of 2, the previous one. Substitute again. Now 1.00665 will change into 1.0667 divided by 2. What is the value you are getting? 1.0667. That means the second iteration value and third iteration value are exactly same. Okay, anyways they have said to conclude. Anyways we got it, the previous iteration and this iteration value is exactly same. So we'll write the, so this will be the answer, right? So y1 of 3 iteration we got it as, this is basically the answer of what? Y of 1.1 is equal to 1.0667. Now we'll go for the second stage. The initial condition will be changed, right? So we started from x0 value which is 0, we jump to the first floor which is 0.1. Now we have to go to the second floor which is 0.2, which is in the this stage. Okay, now x1 value will change. Formula is exactly same, initial condition now it will change. Now what happens? Let us consider the initial condition x0. What is x0 value here? It will be 0.1, because now where you are standing? You are standing on this floor, first floor, because you are completed the first stage. Now you are going for the second floor which is 0.2. So the initial condition is 1.0.1 and y0 value will be what? Corresponding to this 0.1, what was the y0 value? It is 1.0667. This is very important. Okay, the previous values we are taking up as the initial condition and doing the second stage. What is the function of x and y? It won't change, it will remain as it is. It is 3x plus 1 by 2 into y. But what happens to function of x0 comma y0? That will change because x0 and y0 value has changed. Instead of 3x, it will be 3x0 plus 1 by 2 into y0. So that values if you substitute, you will be getting what? 3 into 0.1 plus half of what? 1.0667. So what will be the answer? You will be getting it as 0.83335. So this is the value of function of x0 comma y0. Okay. Now here what you are going to take as x1 value. x1 value will change as the previous x0 value plus the step size. So h will remain as it is. Okay, you can write over here h value. It is 0.1. It is fixed. Now what is x0 here? 0.1 plus 0.1, which is equal to 0.2. So everything is done. Let us proceed with the step, which is basically to first find the y1 of 0 using the Euler's formula. y0 plus, so that becomes what? y1 of 0 is equal to y0 value, it is 1.0667 plus h value, it is fixed, it is 0.1 into function of x0 comma y0, which is 0.83335. So what is the answer you are getting? You are getting it as 1.15. Done. Now we'll go for the modified Euler's formula. In modified Euler's formula, the first iteration will start from y1 of 1, which is equal to what? The formula y0 plus h by 2 into function of x naught comma y naught plus function of x1 comma y1 of 0. What is y naught value? It is 1.0667 plus h value is 0.1 by 2 into function of x naught comma y naught 0.83335 plus. Now here function of x1 comma x1 of 0. So what was the function of x naught comma y naught? X comma y, it is 3x1 plus half of y1 of 0. What is x1 value? 0.2 plus. Remember, in second stage we are taking x1 value as 0.2. That you have to remember, right? Because we have to find out y of 0.2. Then half into y1 of 0, the previous Euler's formula we applied 1.15. Okay, so y1 of 1, y this thing you got. Now remember this, that what will be changing now? Next iteration only this part will be changing, right? y1 of 1 it will become. So 1.15 has to be replaced with what? This particular value. So only this part will be replaced, 1.15. Rest all will remain same. Second iteration, y1 of 2. So the same formula. I'm going to write directly the same exact thing. You can just directly copy paste from this part, right? 1.15 will change it to 1.1671. Okay, divided by 2. So answer you are getting it as 1.1675. Slight change in this and this, right? First iteration and second iteration. Let us go for the third iteration. As they have mentioned, you have to do the third iteration also. So y1 of 3 is equal to what? Y naught value. Same thing you have to copy paste. Now 1.671 will change into 1.1675. Answer you are getting it as 1.1676. So slight difference is there, only minute difference. So third iteration they have said to stop it. So we have got the value. This particular value will represent what? Y of 0.2. The final answer, which is 1.1676.